One of the features that people really like about Windows 8 when they first get introduced to it is how Windows 8 works with multiple monitors. Multiple monitors is fast becoming a standard setup. Just a few years ago, surveys showed that like less than 1 or 2% of the people out there with computers were using multiple monitors. That's now up to like 18, 19%. That's a huge jump very quickly, and this is just becoming more and more popular. Now, there are a number of enhancements in Windows 8 when it comes to working with multiple monitors. One of the most popular ones, strangely enough, is the ability to show a different background on each monitor. Then we can also customize slideshows for each monitor. The monitors can kind of automatically select photos from your pictures folder based on the size and orientation, so whichever one will fit whichever monitor better will show up there. There's just a lot of really neat stuff, and there's a lot more than this, but what I want to point out in this video are the really practical things that you're going to need to be aware of when you're working with multiple monitors. Now, the first real question that has always bothered people with multiple monitors is, what about the taskbar? Now, when I'm down on the user desktop and I've got multiple monitors here, I don't want to have to come back over to this monitor just to come down to the taskbar and choose a different application that I want to have show up over here. So we can now open the taskbar properties down here. So when we're in multiple monitors, just come down to the taskbar, right click, and you will get taskbar properties. Now, what will that let you do? Well, it lets you set some options, and I've got a little screenshot here. I'm in a virtual environment, and the multiple monitors just doesn't work well enough for me to show you what I want to in real time, so I'm going to show you these screenshots here. But you'll notice in the taskbar properties, if you have multiple monitors turned on, you will see this area automatically. If it's not turned on, you won't see this. So if you go right click on the taskbar and go to properties, you're going to say, wait a minute, dude, I don't see this stuff. Well, it's because you've not set up for multiple monitors, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. But once you turn on multiple monitors in Windows 8 and you have that separate second monitor hooked up, you will start to see this, and you have some options that you can set out here. Notice this top one. I can show the toolbar on all displays. Now that means every display from my multiple monitors will each have a toolbar at the bottom. Now, some of the options that I can set here is to show the taskbar on both monitors. That's the default. It'll be there if you don't go change it. I can show the taskbar on both monitors, but only show icons for the windows that are on that monitor. Now that's really cool, because I can have just the icons on each Windows or each monitor's taskbar of the applications that I currently have positioned on that monitor. And then I can tell it to show the taskbar on the main and wherever a window is open. And this will show all icons on the main monitor, and then other monitors just show icons for their own windows. So that's probably what most people like to do, that I've been able to tell, because on your main monitor, where you kind of always end up somehow, all of your icons are there, but then on the second monitor, only the icons that are actually open and being used on that particular monitor are down there on the taskbar. Now, applications, just like previous versions of Windows, can easily be moved to other monitors. The corners on every monitor are active, and you can switch back and forth. Now, what I mean by that is, when I've got two monitors in Windows 8, I can go to this corner, right, and get my recently opened items. I can go to this corner and I can get my start menu. I can go to this corner and bring out the charms, and I can go to this corner and cause the charms to come out. I can also go to this corner and get my charms. I can go to this corner and get my charms. I can go to this corner, get my start menu, this corner to get my recently opened or my currently opened apps. Now, I can also switch back to an open app on any monitor. But let me just explain this to you. If I have the mail application open here and I want it here, I just simply go switch to something else here, and then come over here, go up here and choose the mail app, and boom, it's over here. All right, so very easy to move these things around, or I can still do keyboard shortcuts to move apps between monitors. A desktop app, like a Windows Office, Windows PowerPoint, that sort of thing. If I've got those open, I can use the Windows key and my arrow keys just like I could in Windows 7 and move it to the right half of the screen or jump it over to the other monitor. The up arrow will make it full screen. The down arrow will take it back to a separate window. And so that still works just like before. And if I'm working with a Metro app, the Windows key and page up or page down will cycle that particular application back and forth between multiple monitors. So that's the easy way to move it instead of going up to the corners and closing and opening and all that stuff that I was just talking about. Now, Metro apps and desktop apps can also just be dragged to the new monitor, and there's going to be a lot more enhancements coming to multiple monitors, but I would strongly encourage you, when you load up Windows 8 and start playing with it, grab a second monitor if you have the setup for it, and hook it in and start to play. Now, before I leave you, how do you turn on multiple monitor support in Windows 8? Well, let's go to the desktop, and the way I'll do this is I'll go to the lower corner or upper right corner on the right side of the machine, either the lower or upper corner on the right side, and then notice I'm going to go to Devices in the Charms menu, and it's going to notice that, hey, second screen is possible here. And so when I click on that, notice I can choose my PC screen only. I can duplicate the screen between my computer and the second monitor. I can extend it, or I can show it on the second screen only. And all I have to do is click this. Now, once I click it here and just kind of turn it on, then the way I'm going to administer it is go to Desktop, right? And then once I get out on the desktop, I can just go right click and go to Screen Resolution and get the settings just like I always had. Again, I don't have it actually turned on here, but I could see my second monitor and set it and change resolution and so forth. Okay, and then I can go out, personalize my desktop, and I'll see both monitors and so forth. So using multiple monitors has really been enhanced in Windows 8. You're really going to like it, and again, this is one of those things that gets real addictive really quickly.